I mean, the story there is so great, but because
NIP have had an absolutely shocking tournament.
has to hit the castle. Come on, boys.
Very hard to destroy castle barricades with grenades, but finally Rexon's cover is blown. And now Wizard looks to make an entry straight into the Thorn Trap. He is slowed, but he will find the kill regardless. An opening for NIP.
Yeah, got the shield instead of 90. Got the bathroom player as well. Fantasy dancing with death here by 90 corner.
Good crossfire though, Fantasy sneaks in, but a good trade from Surf. However, NIP come to life. Jumping down the skylight at the last moment, and a flood through PM. Nitro Cell burnt without really any damage to speak of. Fantasy is in
trouble
with the Glaz. He's about to find Spoit, sees him from the back, but Surf through the smoke saves his teammate's life, and Spoit lives to fight another day. This is desperate now from Cons. He tries to get aggressive on the Blackbeard, but Spoit will find him and shut him down. A solid bakery hold. Despite the Glaz, despite the Blackbeard, despite the power, it doesn't seem to be enough for NIP, and Spoit has found a second. Wizard in a 1v3, but he's been spotted by Canadian. And Spoit can continue to hold his position at the cupcake stand. Wizard will look to try and shut him down, but Rexon's got the crossfire.
Is he vulnerable? Can they jump in? Nick gets tossed in. The thing is, this is the bomb site, so jumping in should not be possible. And with a lot of fire.
Yeah, and Fantasy takes him down. Oh, Rexon jumps straight outside the white window. This is very deadly, but if he closes the gap, if he uses a C4, he might be able to win the fight. On the other side, Pino is low HP. The shotgun should win at this range, but Rexon is still remaining detected. He has to keep swinging, and he wins the fight. A second one for Rexon outside, and Cons is left all alone. Rexon's having
his food. Another magnet catches the grenade. Blackbeard in trouble, but somehow makes the trick work. Looks up ADS's.
Cons is just looking for this fight. He wants to peek it. Oh, playing on the bomb.
Good read.
It's an awkward spot, but it is into a crossfire as well. Spoit is in train, watching the angle. Great first shot, but Spoit will refrag. Little bit too close for comfort there. Now to go for those jump outs.
Oh, Castle.
Player going and dropping down, looking for the kill, and he finds him. Good info from Spoit. He looks to try and retake it solo, but it is a bloodbath. Spoit is now the last one standing, and they'll have to do the heavy lifting here for Shopify Rebellion. Does he retake upstairs into the waiting arms of NIP? Two players coming his direction. Nitro Cell could be good, and it takes down Pino. Hates is now following him, but he doesn't want to.
And he knows where BB is off the sound cues.
And there's no info here for NIP. Risky play. 1v1 against the Blackbeard. Spoit is cold, and he clutches for Rebellion.
It's the call. That's the king right there.
It's the call. So I'm curious who you would send, if anybody. Spoit has bakery control. There's the flank.
It's Ambi.
He's up there. C4 in pocket. Does not care.
He's found one. Now he's in an awkward spot. He's trapped in the
fine.
corner. He will die eventually, but he has yellow pings, and so he'll continue fighting. A second kill for Ambi. NIP have to go deep. He finds 3 before he's traded back. Pino 1v4. Good luck. You might have raised a hammer here 5 years ago, but I don't think he's going to raise a round. Rebellion have now thwarted the tactical timeout from NIP, and the clash will lie in wait. Canadian knows that he doesn't have to do anything but sit behind this shield and laugh. 13 seconds. Pino isn't going to do a damn thing. He can jump over. He can go into a crossfire. Rebellion will just keep hunting him. And Canadian puts he down by the destruction of the gas pipe.
Yeah.
Wow. That somehow managed to damage Spoit enough. Risky play for Fantasy. Going past the gas pipe, Canadian will trade him and get Spoit back on his feet.
And they haven't rushed the bomb site. They knew 3 people were downstairs chasing Fantasy, yet they're still doing vertical setup, holding the flank of the light staircase, looking down the hatch. That was your moment to go, if anything. But then again, Canadian has C4 in pocket, as does Spoit. They can actually destroy these plant positions virtually now because they have kitchen control. So Fantasy spent the whole round getting nothing done. NIP 20 seconds, they gotta drop right now.
Nitro Cell goes out, doesn't matter, doesn't make a difference. Cons has the diffuser, and now he's shut down by Rexon, holding the line. Inside a fireplace, inside of the hallway, doesn't matter. The positions for NIP are simply not good enough. Wizard and Pino are gonna have to work some magic, and Rexon knows exactly where Pino is. Trapped in the train, he might find a consolation frag, but Rexon replies. Anyone that watched the Six Invitational 9 years ago in 2017 would know you don't mess around with Canadian players.
And Canadian's been getting at this event, getting in the battle, being first in, entry.
Luke and Mac will be having a word.
And that's again where I look at NIP go, you bend the Grim the Dog, the power-ups, you're getting hunted downstairs again. So this is the thing, right? Troy Canadian knows how to play the pulse C4 beneath. He also knows how to catch that C4 beneath. Yes, it's not a pulse, but it was a two-brow of cons. And now you can play the round 4v5. That is the most difficult part of the round gone on Cafe, arguably. That is a crazy vertical angle. And it's still gonna be hacking the cams.
Was that?
He was literally sitting, hacking the cameras, and gets...
Very dangerous. Hates might be able to team up here with Wizard to get the kill onto the Monty.
Loading new mag.
Oh, it's perfect! Read like a book. Rebellion now on the back foot, and Fantasy's doubled up. Spoit and Ambi now think, oh crap, we didn't know there was an echo. Really wish that hack went off from Surf earlier. This is going to be dangerous. No nades left for Spoit, and Ambi has been taken down. Desperation now for the Swede in the 1v3, and Wizard knows exactly where he is. Rebellion dominated the first half, and they looked solid at the start of this round, but NIP have found an adequate reply.
Let's see exactly what Spoit is. There are two Yogatons watching, one from Piano, one from Cigar. Fantasy DMR in hand. Takes down Spoit.
Unshields. Wants to try and harass him. Wizard doesn't know which target to want. We need someone else from Rebellion to help out. But Wizard's now taken out Rexon. Canadian forced into passivity as he looks to continue fighting Wizard. Spoit from the window supports for one on the small bay. Canadian has to ADS, go for the kill. He's diggling the angle, and he finds it with the pistol.
A very important kill. That gives them Baker control, and they can now stabilize the round, forcing NP into an aggressive swing. Hates on a lot of fire. No safety on the bomb side. Fantasy go for a big flank. Has to find the kill.
Oh, big moment though for Surf as he comes down the red stairs. This locks out half of the site, half of the map, and Ambi from above. It's a 6th round.
I will say this though. While Spoit might have gotten all the kills every single game, he's been pretty good as that middle ground pillar to enable Surf and Ambi to play around him in those supportive positions. Here we see Troy again with the Monty. Probably last round for him is either gonna get banned away or they win in regulation 7-2. Selma charge on the mirror window, clears it, forcing NP back. Again, they play these mirror windows, but they barely protect them. Ambi with another. Fantasy goes down.
Double digits for the birthday boy as he looks to chase Spoit as top fragger. Two-player advantage, Rebellion, as Pino tries to fall back and Surf catches him. Talk about impact plays from this guy over here. He's been smurfing and surfing over NIP. Wizard needs to pull something out of the hat here, and he does. A good frag, but Ambi returns fire. 3 kills on the round for the young gun, as Cons is left with the impossible task of 1v4ing to save the map.
There's the Monty. Oh, he didn't know.
Tries to bait him, but he will find nothing. Rexon to
bracket. And 2, because you're playing many more games, you can get to save strat.
And last year we saw FaZe Clan, the eventual champions, start of teams really utilize the Twitch and also the Brava very well, especially on maps like this. They're clearing out a lot of YouTube before making the first incision. Wizard finds Ambi. The Oryx put down. Oh, nice peek from Spoit though. Wizard got a little bit of a jump scare jumping on his drone.
Spoit can still feel the power of Cafe going for that ego challenge, but it's a really good peak. Trading back Ambi, keeping numbers even. Hate's injured, but cannot be confirmed and probably will be safe to be revived later on, unless...
Oh, nice trade. Fantasy does come up. Hate's finished off by Canadian on the pulse shotgun, but the Monty is still alive and into the 3v3. Oh, wow.
He swings
bait, Surf. Over egregious, swinging outside of Armory. Now Canadian needs to play this perfectly. The C4 could be nuclear, but he needs to make sure the player doesn't move. The timing could be off, but he nukes the Montaigne. 2v2 now, and that does give up the jig. NIP now know it's a 2v2. They have to push. Spoit needs to hold the line. Bit of damage onto him as Fantasy goes deep. Canadian below. But he's got that shotgun, and he's got the Reaper. NIP don't know if he's still down below. Pino spots him, and Fantasy will commit with the AK. Finds the first round for NIP.
Very small bit of...
Dash the Monty, knock him over, and he's going to die. Surely not. Wow, Fantasy's taking a hell of a lot of damage. Maybe now, and C4 from Surf is going to finish off that Montaigne. Don't even need the dash from Oryx.
They're working offense at the same time, though. Rebellion doing a great job.
Nice swing from
the pressure. Good swing to Spoit again.
And you're right, though. Rebellion now need to be careful of this office push. Con's under a lot of pressure, but Canadian gets the angle around it with the pistol. Everyone from NIP falling one by one. Hates the last man standing, but all he'll find is the one. Ambi recomposes. Castle barricades, and guess what? There's an Aruna gate behind it. Oh, careful though, Ambi. He exposes himself to the long angle from East Stairs as his head taken off. Ambi's been a bit hot and cold. He's had some walk up too close to that. Surely not. Nomad, air jabs. Boyd is going to get stabbed in the back as Cons just manages to march on inside of CCTV. He wasn't spotted by Canadian. Perhaps they needed more angles opened in order to allow Canadian to use that tase against the Monty further away.
Big win con here for NIP is going to be the Monty. He has to go in and show where the attack is coming from. And right now, if they want that triple breach, they gotta get the Kite Claw. But it's on the floor. Rixon hiding beneath it.
Gonna find it.
They hear the angle. The crossfire has to do the toe sticking out.
Stay close. Wrexham down on the ground. Canadian needs to have a big impact. He is the shield counter operator. And Wizard has snuck into the back line. Surf finding that kill. No refrag from NIP just yet. Means that Rebellion might actually have a chance. If Canadian is able to get aggressive onto Cons, but as the plant goes down, it will be nigh impossible. 180 with shield. Canadian somehow gets past him, but he isn't into the enemy lines yet. And NIP can swap.
They hold their ground. They took down Surf and Armory. They shut down Canadian inside Archives, and they guarantee them.
You know, Canadian turns 30 in 4 months.
Hold up. He's right here. He's literally right there.
Fantasy, who's around the corner? It's Surf.
And they breach.
In custom inspection, wow, he's not even dropping down the hatch. He's committing to the fight. He wants to take one with him, and he will down to Pino. A second one surely not to follow. Hates. He doesn't have any bullets. Out comes the shotty, and that's goodbye to the Ash. Wizard 1v5. I cannot believe a flawless round for Rebellion.
Has been such an obstacle for NIP, mostly due to support how good he's been in this location. 4 kills and 2 deaths, and there's a second kill on this exact door.
Oh, Fantasy though, he's always looking for a lurk and a way in. He's just found Ambi.
Get in, try and bait a plant, or nade the guy in office first.
Is this going to be a retake? Oh, Fantasy's finally spotted. Rexon up above, made some holes in the floor of Archives.
Injured.
Canadian though, injured by that grenade, and Hates will finish him off. So it's tit for tat. NIP have lost their site presence, but they've taken down one of these players and officers, which means that the top floor is a bit more vulnerable.
I still think it's plannable. Get Pino either downstairs to assist in avert angles, or in Hates pressure upstairs to the breach. All of a sudden, Cons can definitely get this diffuser down. This breach denies the hatch pass, but Rexon is prone. This could save the round. He could prone towards the hatch or kill the guy on the window here if he's good.
Plan is going down. He needs to take the fight on the player on the window. But Surf sends a nuke from way downtown. It takes out Cons. Yep. Meanwhile, Rexon seems to own this position inside of Archives. 2 rounds straight. Pino in a 1v3. He's got no chance. He might see Surf, but Surf can just tuck in the corner and bide his time. Rexon is very cold. He might be able to make it work. And this plant is now coverable all the way from deep inside of Customs, and he's taken out Rexon. The pivotal player that needed to have an impact, needed to deny the plant. Canadian is locked out of it as well and finally finished off by Hates. NIP look to finally redeem their half with a risky play. 4v2 in the post plant. Surf and Spoit have to work wonders.
They have no information, not a clue. Surf finds another one, Fantasy goes down, but there's only 15 seconds left. They got the vert control. Spoit tapping in for information.
Oh, there's a player in Passport, and Pino will find them both.
Attack against a very prepared enemy. There's no way they
deny the plant. You could be outside Passport, sprinting. You could be in Customs.
You could drop by. Land with the hatch covered. How do they clear out this player of Hates in bathroom? Not sure.
Well, if NIP keep up the pressure elsewhere, then it might not be. Oh, this is dangerous. Canadian exposed himself for a brief moment, and Fantasy comes in to help out. Fantasy's now found 2 kills. Canadian knows he has to get desperate. He has to take the fight with the pistol, but his risk pays off. 3v3 again, even though Canadian is low HP.
They got the hatch. They could go for a plant or 2v1, Surf upstairs. They have to.
Rex needs to win this fight, but he can't even get the damage onto Cons. And with that, Rexon down below, and Canadian him and together. Oh, he's so dead. Pino at Nitro Cell was everything he needed. Rexon now has to clutch up, and he's being watched from the hatch above from his own position. We discussed a little bit last night. There are 6 people in the history of Rainbow Six Siege who have won 2 Six Invitationals. Nice.
All those hatches inside of CCTV, they cannot be broken. That makes this bomb site infinitely stronger.
Oh, rough angle for Canadian. ADSing at long range. Harry Potter, Rebellion are really struggling to finish off these side players, but if Wizard swings, that'll give Rexon a chance to even things up, but nah, he's just gonna get swung back again. Ambi, though, trades onto Fantasy. He might actually be able to pick up Rexon. 15 seconds. This is very dangerous, very last minute, but Hates has also been spotted. Surf sees his head, but he loses the fight. Time is ticking away and there's nowhere safe to plant. Nice shot from Ambi, but he can't get that diffuser back again. NIP at the drop of a...
Against a very sound team of Rebellion. They're playing their very much own style, own iteration, and it's working well so far.
Oh, Ambi freebie. Nice, finally. So Rebellion identified. Fire comes out, Cons is feeling the pressure. Yeah, it does miss this little tuck that Cons can play in. Ambi's gonna have to get aggressive now. In through 90, the smoke might cover him. If he is able to walk through, he could just backstab through the rotate. Oh, he needs to go while the smoke is selected. Second smoke goes through. He spots the player and stabs him in the back. It's beautiful, and it leaves just Fantasy left in a 1v5 for NIP. Shield on his back, he finds the first kill. SMG's only got 13 bullets left. He knows the diffuser is down, but Spoit from outside the armory wall will shut him out of it and
get the 5v4, and then again, beautiful use of the Capital. The first fire went out.
Barrier, though, is isolating this angle, preventing that angle from the
easy stairs.
What's the play here to try and get rid of Hates? They have to walk into crossfires one way or another, and he's so close around the corner. He's worried about Pino inside a bathroom, and Hates will up and take his head off. That gives NIP the advantage now. The Spoit looks to try and reply. He does find one.
The cameras, they actually have a Val cam right next to him in archives that could maybe see or hear him, but they're too far away. The kills happened elsewhere. They can't get those hacks.
Oh, Rexon moved down the east stairs, exposed himself. And now Pino's in such a tight position, takes a lot of damage from Canadian, moving in from waiting, player down, but guess what, still upstairs, we have Hates. And Canadian now on the bomb site, he needs to tuck in and find the Zami, but Hates holds the line. Well, he's just dropped into bathroom, he's right around the corner from Canadian.
Well, they don't know.
He's found one, immediately the line will roar, Canadian will trade. A much needed kill to keep Rebellion alive on border.
Good push. That's it, could be a smoke plant right now. Cons Warden stuck upstairs, has C4, drops down, can't deny the plant.
Can he get to it in time? The Nitro cell not active, but Canadian fakes out the plant and Hates has found one.
Has a C4.
Patience here for NIP is lending them the success that they've been deemed for. Rexon and Surf now need to clutch up, and they find the first. Cons is down, but Hates has been untouchable on the Azami. No util to speak of. It's up to Rexon to get that diffuser back and look for a plan. Surf is low HP, but so is Hates. And it comes down to the Azami to clutch up. A lot of damage, but Surf finds the critical kill.
But Hates is sticking around.
One of the first times we've seen the Deimos from Surf. A fluffed nade from Canadian. Surf is gonna have to help out from down below, but Canadian just jumps straight into Hates. Ambi will trade, but he's taken a hell of a lot of damage, and Wizard is still upstairs. Pino's not far. We need Rebellion to get a handle on CCTV. As they get aggressive, desperation begins to set in.
Ambi's fighting for his life, takes down Wizard, who's
big Nitro. It's Ambi who will have to do it all.
He's 1 HP, James.
3 kills to find. Fantasy is low as well, but that gas. One whiff and Ambi is a dead man. 50 seconds to play with. He's got the diffuser and he's got a phenomenal weapon. No flashes left, however. As a Selma goes out, NIP know exactly how to play this. Years of experience in Brazil and on the world stage. They look to push us to a third map, and Cons will take matters into his own hands. Shopify Rebellion might have dominated them on go head-to-head. A revenge opportunity for Rebellion.
It's crazy how the conversation has changed. Crossfire when his teammates set up a plant.
And Canadian just opens straight up that Rayura gate. Look at Rebellion's positions. They are picture perfect. However, the danger game here is Hate on that Tachanka, but he's now been shot down. No more plant denial, 40 seconds to go, and NIP have already lost both the Tachanka and the smoke. Canadian forcing that diffuser down. Cons has to get a move on, but it's too late. and Wizard is not going to work any magic with the Izami now. He's about to get targeted by that Deimos as he's spotted from outside the breach. A flawless round for Rebellion. It doesn't get.
The grenade can force back the Lucy, maybe give a swing to the Grim.
Okay, he's got to be careful, a lot of damage done. A lot of the util goes out as well, the Grim Bees to support. And so they spot the Melusi Wizard forced back, but Fantasy finds one. Good trade by Spoit as Canadian makes his way forward, straight into the crossfire. Cons shuts him down, and the Fenrir has made things hella awkward. A trade immediately back again, and Spoit is on the floor. Surf with the shotgun is the last one standing. And there you go, you mentioned that before. Oh, is there going to be an angle here?
There's an angle.
Wow, poor Surf. Exposed. And from Skybridge, Cons.
The flank.
Critical fight. They know where he is now. All three of these players above. Canadian needs to get inside. Look for a plant opportunity as Pino drops down below. Canadian will catch him. And look now for a plant. A smoke grenade on the stairs. They need to be careful because Wizard can see through the smoke, but Spoit drop shots him and Rexon covers his position on the stairs. Beautiful.
In the 5v5, that round would have played out completely different.
From Spoit with some of the light walls in the sands, but the clash starts to get active.
Yeah.
This will enable this plant denial to continue as the nade will miss Canadian. Wizard has found his fight on Ambi down below, which means he can vertically deny the plant now. Rebellion have to go deep. They have to find lots of frags in order to make this one happen. 24 seconds to play.
They're in deep. Cons give the intel for the sense wall because he can see, and the wall bangs come through because of it.
And it's just not going to work for Rebellion, is it? They did not have enough ingredients to make this execute happen. They were too slow, and they did not have any form of a response for the clash. They couldn't plant safely because of the threat of Wizard below. And as a result, NIP just push and push until Rebellion. Canadians going for it in the close range.
He's reloaded.
Reload it. Oh my god, that's scary. Ambi thankfully is there to cover him, and Hates will go down. 5v2 now. It's all about the refrags. Wizard finds one, but immediately shut down by Ambi. And Shopify Rebellion find a...
It's just Pino battling 1v1 with the Yoga Jones. Meanwhile, Canadian entering barrels.
Nice.
Boy, great follow-up.
Looking for a second. Hell of a lot of damage done to Wizard. He's not going to be able to escape with his live. Spoit claims them both with the SMG-12. Canadian on the floor, traded back. Rebellion have decided to turn it up. They've gone deep. 4v2. So hot today.
Hack the cams.
Hell of a lot of damage done, and you're right, the cams have been hacked by Spoit. So all of the information on the bomb site is now working against NIP. Rexon finds Pino on the retreat. Cons yet to find a kill on Lair since the rehost. They know exactly where he is. He's trapped in the corner. Surf is coming for him straight through the smoke. He finds the kill despite not having the vision. And now he has a chance to reposition. But Rexon's forcing that plant down. A bit of damage onto Spoit, but they know exactly where he is. Again, he's getting pinged constantly by the bulletproof camera. His own team put down. A Rebellion have been so good on Lair. It's like harking back to Cafe.
Moves down to Sport, getting the first entry of Canadians intel, then the Grim Bees in the portion, probably is why that Yokan wasn't there for the blitz counter. This again, the small things, right? Drawing it
clear. Must have called it clear, but he didn't check every angle.
Number 2.
Spoit could single-handedly win this round. They don't know where he is, and he finds Fantasy. No entry for NIP. Rebellion continue to hold the line. Spoit can find another. It's embarrassing for Ninjas in Pajamas. They haven't woken up this morning, and now Spoit looks for another one. Hates finally puts him down, but now the fire from Canadian should lock in the block site. NIP have no choice but to go deep. Surf is smurfing again, and Wizard has no chance. A first kill, but not the rest.
Good shit, Will. Let's go, Troyce.
Spoit has single
off the grenade contact, so Rexon can fall on back and play safe. Fantasy and Blackbeard half health.
But Rebellion have a player upstairs. It's Spoit. He's now not in position, and you're right. They're just going deep, and one by one, they're dropping. Hates and Wizard to find gaps, and with Spoit still upstairs, it leaves Surf as the only player on site. NIP have a chance to make this a 1v1 on the objective, and Spoit does not have an impact to try and make verticality. He's one speed operator, and he has to run all the way back now. The Valkyrie camera's been taken down. Surf has to find a way, but Spoit, he does have a secondary shotgun. He can put pressure on it. Forts Haze off, and now Pino needs to go deep, find the kill on Surf. but patience is his virtue. His way through, and he shoots that as well. Rexon, he plays it better than anyone else when he's put onto the pump, but finally, the eruption from NIP as they storm the building. Finally take down that mirror position. Job not done yet. As Rebellion hold on to the top floor, they slowly peel back, but Surf, he gets the last laugh with a C4, holding on with the Warden. He can peer through the smoke, but a gap's been found by Hates on the Canadian. The smoke is dead, and the late round plant denial will need to be from the guns alone. Surf, though, he's been so valuable on this mirror position. He fragged like crazy on border, but they lost the map. Now he looks to frag out on Lair, under the pump again, but the SMG-12 will find another. Into the 2v2 as NIP have 15 seconds to execute.
Job done, but not just yet. Ambi 1v2 no C4, but 10 seconds left. They're storming the bomb site down the stairs and down the hatch.
Spoit could not afford to lose his life and put Ambi into a clutch.
Landing.
But it's up to the birthday boy to prove that he's still got it. Pino forcing the plant down. A lot of damage on the Hates. Oh! And Ambi's clutched it! The gauntlet run begins for the man who has won it all.